stepped on me. She stepped on me.
I'm sorry. Hi everybody.
Hey.
Okay, so I wanted to do an update on our 2 cold process soaps that we just did. We're just playing. That's what we're doing. And this one came out really pretty. This is sandalwood powder and red reef clay. And the sweet pea. No, wait.
That was sweet pea and red reef clay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't this sandalwood powder?
No, this one's the sandalwood.
No, that's sandalwood powder and red reef clay.
The colors.
And this is sweet pea, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So this is the red reef clay, sandalwood powder, and it is the sweet pea fragrance, which is very pleasant. I really like it. It's not one of my top 10 I gotta haves, but it's very, 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 very pleasant. And for those people who don't like a real strong floral, but they like something that smells good.
Yeah.
What would you say it smells like?
I don't know. It's kind of greenish.
Yeah, sweet pea, sort of greenish.
It's sort of greenish, like spring or summer.
It has a little pop of green, is really.
Yeah.
It has a little pop of green, and then it has a pleasant back note that's not floral, but yet gives your nose that floral thought.
Yeah.
Your nose sort of wants to call it floral, but
it's not quite floral.
But you can't really do it. And so I really like it. Take this one over and let them see it. And so we're very, very fond of these. These are sellable if we wanted to, so that's totally cool. And but on our using natural spices, I have used turmeric before, no issue, and I have used marjoram before for a color, no issue. But I took and I was mixing with the turmeric, and they said you could go from light to dark in colors and it wouldn't affect that little bit that was on your stick blender. Not turmeric. Don't think that's going to happen with turmeric.
Turmeric's too potent.
It's too potent. So I ended up with brown.
Although it's a very pretty brown.
Yeah, I ended up with a turmeric light yellow. I was really sort of hoping for a little bit dark. I was wanting a light yellow. But I ended up with a light creamy yellow. I would have liked a little bit more yellow, so next time more. And brown. You know, green and yellow makes brown. So take that up there. Show them the tops. It's really pretty. I mean, it is really pretty. You can take that one too if you want to. It's pretty too. It's really a pretty soap. And we put the sandalwood in it. And I can lightly smell something, but it doesn't smell like sandalwood to me.
No, it doesn't smell like sandalwood. I do smell it as well.
I mean, in the hot process version, we had nothing. No scent at all. I mean, it was scentless.
Maybe if we washed with it.
Well, go take it over there and wash.
Can we wash with it now?
Yeah, this part here, though, I took a chip off the old block.
Okay.
And technically, this soap is old enough now, according to standards, to wash with without gloves. So that's good.
That's good.
You better hurry.
That's what I was going to make sure. Shall I get hot water and bring it here?
No, it's okay. You can bring your foamy hands over here if you lather up and show them how much lather you got. Bridget does this right here. We have this little tub mold, little rubber. No, it's this silicone mold. It's in like a little tub. It's actually thicker than this. And she takes our soap scraps and you semi-melt them in it, or do you melt?
Yeah, in it.
So you put it in the microwave and you just put the soap scraps in there?
Yeah, and along with like about a tablespoon of water.
Alright, you gonna show them over there at the camera?
I'm making it all foamily.
Can I sniff your hands? Are we sure we didn't put the sandalwood in the... I meant to put the sandalwood in this one because I got sandalwood powder. And this one, I think, was the sweet pea.
I don't know.
No, yellow and green. I was doing it for the oh, it's not sweet pea. This is white ginger and what? It's right there. Read the label. I know you can't tell.
White tea and ginger.
White tea and ginger.
And I do smell a little bit of something, but it's very.
And it does. It smells like white tea and ginger. I was gonna do the sweet pea, but I decided to save it for another one.
So the
Yes,
other one,
this is white tea and ginger. It smells great. I was going for yellow and green, thinking green tea, yellow ginger. And this is the sandalwood. And I just get a little hint of it. Just a little hint of it. Did your hands burn at all?
no, they just kind of felt. I don't know. I don't like cold processed soap so well.
Did your fingers tingle?
Just a little bit.
Well,
Tingly and kind of like dryish.
uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm picky. That's okay. Smells good though.
It has a really mild scent of
Yeah.
scent.
See, it stung me a little bit.
Yeah, it did sting you.
Just
They said, you know, when I first put on there to wear gloves and when I would do the cut, I would wash my hands with gloves on so people could see the bubbles, and people were fussing me, you're scaring everybody and making them think cold processed soap is dangerous at the cut. And I read, and it's so funny is because they posted a link, and when I clicked on the link, it was Soaping 101 explaining that soap could burn you at the cut, and that it could burn you up to 24 to 48 hours after the cut.
Nope.
And that sometimes as long as 3 weeks, but yet they sent that to prove that it was immediately safe after the cut. So anyway, so you
But
got
see-
stung a little bit. I can
Yeah.
see the redness.
Right across my there, and then like a little bit on my fingers.
Yeah,
But I felt it mostly on my palms.
yeah. Do you need to go put some vinegar on your?
Yes. It's still stinging.
It's still stinging, she says. Anyway, so it has sandalwood in it. I smell it just a little, just really faint.
It was okay to touch it while it was dry.
Well, yeah, with dry hands and dry bar, you're pretty good. But wet hands or a wet bar, you can get stung. So I touched it with these 2 fingers to put it back over there. That one will not go out. One of us will take it home with us when it's cured. So I separated it from the others and turned it upside down.
Yeah, it's
so we know the difference. And it's got that damage on it, so I can't get that mixed up. But anyway.
The red's already going away.
Yeah. So what do you do with this? Oh, and by the way, so if anybody had anything to say about cold processed soap, you know, this recipe is accurate. It was run through the soap calculator, and so
We used appropriate amounts.
we used appropriate amounts. So there was no reason for that to burn her, except for the fact that, as I've always said, in cold processed soap, the lye is still eating on your ingredients for sometimes up to 2 weeks after you finish it.
Mm-hmm.
And how long has it been since we cut that? About a week?
Yeah, about a week.
I did not expect that to burn you.
No, me either.
Yeah.
It's been long enough. But see, the redness is already starting to go away. It's just a little bit now.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway, so tell folks what you do. Where's the little
Hot.
If we're gonna make an update video, let's put something fun in it.
Okay.
Besides you burning your fingers.
Well, I used this little silicone pot.
Yeah, it's a silicone pot mold.
And I like
And
the
where
shape
did you
of
buy
it.
this?
I picked it up in a thrift store for like 50 cents.
Okay, and it's like a little cooking pot.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's the perfect size
And
for
you
a bar of
just
soap.
chip up the soap and put it in there.
Yeah.
You just chip up the soap and put it in there.
Yeah.
And then you add, on top of my soap. She dropped the lid of the soap scraps into the soap drying curing rack, and it almost landed on top of my soap.
Oh, that'd be bad. That'd be bad. So I pick out the smells that I like,
Uh-huh.
which are these most of the time.
Okay.
And then I layer them or chip them down in there. Just depends on what I'm doing if I have time.
Okay.
And I just layer them down in there. And then put me about 2 tablespoons of water on top.
Uh-huh.
And then grab my trusty chopstick and I stick it in the microwave. And it microwaves for about 1 minute and 30 seconds, but not all at one time. You have to stop and stir every 15 or so seconds. After about 30 seconds, you can leave it in there for 30 seconds, it'll be fine. But after that 30 seconds, you have to stop it and stir it.
Every 15 seconds.
Yeah. Because it'll go.
Oh yeah, because the volcano effect.
Yep, it will.
Take that over there and show it to them.
It'll spit soap. I've had it spit at me after I stopped it, and I'm like, ah. See? I just stack them all up in there.
Okay. And
my favorite one to do.
Show them 1 minute and 30 seconds. Now show them what you get.
And then you get.
Show them the pretty side. That's the ugly side.
Yeah.
That's the pretty side.
And this one's just a bar 11. Daddy was fussing about not having a big bar. And I'm like, here, I'll make you a big bar.
He didn't want it, did he?
Well, it's got to cure first.
He can let it cure at his house.
Oh, it had to go in the freezer. It has to go in the freezer.
Oh, how long does it have to sit in the freezer?
I let it sit in the freezer about 30 minutes.
All right.
And when I pop it out.
And that's for about the amount of soap that you have in there now?
Yeah. I usually maybe put one more piece.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about 6. So 6 to 8 pieces makes one this big. All right. And these are the ends from the Essential Depot cutter when you're trimming your soap. But I know you all have cutter of some form, and so you all have these little end pieces. Now you could also put chipped up soap in here.
Yeah, I did the bar 11 over there with chipped up pieces. This one was with layers.
I can see the chip.
The layers come out better. They smooth out easier.
They did.
I did the chipped up pieces because Daddy was in a hurry. He wanted to see.
Okay.
And so I did chipped up pieces.
Still 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Still 1 minute and 30 seconds.
There you go. All right. So if you can find you a little silicone pot mold of some kind, it could be round, it could be square, you know, it doesn't matter. Just something like that. You can just, you know. Do what?
It's a little green bundt pan. I've done it in it too.
Oh yeah?
It's just not my favorite. I like that one better.
Where did you find that at?
Walmart.
Show them up there.
Walmart has this in
That's better for the chip pieces because the whole slices won't fit in there. You have to break them up.
Yeah, and it just makes a little bundt. It's for, I guess, little bundt paint cans at, I think this was Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But they do those little molds throughout the year in the holiday section. You know, where they have the Easter stuff and Halloween stuff and like Father's Day stuff. They'll do fun little molds. And when they go clearance, I go and rate them.
Anyway, so this is just a little update video. So like we've told them an update on this soap. That's what the video is about, is update on the soap. So what's an update for your life?
I want to buy a house.
She wants to buy a house.
I do.
All right.
I found one I absolutely love.
All right. And what's my update?
You bought me scrubs.
I got you scrubs. I did. And I've had kayaking fever and gone kayaking.
And took Puggles kayaking.
And Puggles goes kayaking with us. And we warned the cat today.
Yeah, and she thought we were total heinous villains.
She ran and screamed at us, and she went and hid, and she still hasn't been communicative.
Yeah, she come back in here and meowed at us, and like turned around and left. Told us what we was about.
She don't like being wormed, but she needed it.
Yeah.
And the store is doing good, but I'm concerned because my landlady keeps having really bad health, and I'm really worried I'm going to have to find another building because my landlady is told me that when she does leave this world, that her grandson gets the building and that he'll immediately want to sell it for whatever he can get out of it. And I don't want to buy it. I would prefer to rent. And so there you go.
So we have to look for a new home, huh?
Yeah, so I'm going to start looking in preparation, you know, just seeing what's out there, see what the prices are, that kind of thing. And it'd be really nice if I could get something with better parking.
Yeah. Hey, there's a cute little store over there.
To my across the street.
Yeah, it's across the street and over down there next to the spot.
But there's worse parking that way than anywhere.
Well, no, it's got all that parking right beside the building. It's like that empty, the spot, the empty building, and then I think a kid's clothing store, and then it's a big open parking area. Yeah, it was a skate park. They had a skateboard ramp in there at one time. It's huge. It's a big building.
Never know till you go check it out. So I guess that's my update, is I need to start looking for another place to rent. I put $4,000 in this building. If any of you remember watching the Cornerstone Market reality show videos where I refurbished this building, and I spent about $4,000. Didn't pay anybody, just labor and parts and supplies to furnish.
I kidnapped my husband a while.
Well, I did pay him. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I paid him.
And Eddie, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
When we were building the shelves.
Yeah.
When we were building the shelves,
Yes.
I paid Eddie to help me build the shelves, and to and Michael, but mainly just Michael.
Yeah, it was mainly Michael.
Because I built all the shelves out there, the tea station, the counter, everything. And I sure am dreading. Yeah, I built that wall. I sure am dreading the idea of moving.
Me too. I don't like it.
I don't either, but I'm gonna have to, I think. I just do not have. I just don't have the down payment it would take, with the fact to already have a home mortgage, to be able to purchase a second property.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't have that kind of down payment, and there's no telling what they'd ask for this building with it being in downtown.
Yeah, there ain't no telling.
Yeah, they might want a couple.
I think the place next door, it sold, or it was listed for $21,050, which ain't bad.
Really?
Yeah, it ain't
That
bad.
cheap?
Yeah, I remember I saw it on Facebook. But it was the building. It was the relationship clinic.
Yeah, well, that building's really nice. It's modern.
Yeah, they had to redo the air conditioning system and a whole bunch of roofing shit stuff in it, and like the ceiling stuff in it. They had to redo it all. They worked on it for like 2 weeks, locking up the alley, driving me crazy.
Well, I figured, you know, this old building here, they'd be like wanting $100,000 for it or something. Not saying they'd get it.
They won't get it.
But if the building next door sold for $21,000, this one would then only be worth $10,000.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
Wow.
Because of the history of it.
Well,
Because it's one of the original.
we have leaks in the very back, and they've been there for a long time. And I get up on the roof all the time, working on it, trying to get it to unleak and unleak. That's what we want, unlinking.
No leaking. No
Yeah,
leaking.
and it's on the very back wall back there. I keep coconut buckets. It's, you know, just little bitty pin leaks, and it doesn't leak all the time. Only if it rains really hard.
Yeah.
And
Which it did a lot this year.
yeah, which it did a lot this year. And
Well, we needed it though. We did need it.
yeah, catch-up rain. So that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember tagging you in it. I shared it and tagged you in it.
I can't believe it listed for only $21,000.
Yeah, I don't know what it sold for though, but it just listed for $21,000. Wow. The house that I want's $160. It's the one I want.
160?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's 3-story.
Oh my gosh.
It's 3-story.
Oh, give it up.
I know. I want it so bad though.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of the boomtown houses. It's one of the first houses in Fort Payne.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it has a living room, a den, and then it has a humongous kitchen with a dining area, and then it has a family room in the back, and then upstairs, and it has a master bedroom and a bathroom downstairs, and then upstairs it has another master bedroom and then 4 other bedrooms. And then up one more level is the attic, and it's about 3/4 of the size of the total house. Just big empty space.
Who's gonna afford to rent? I mean, to heat that.
He rented
cool
it. He rented it for $1,000 a month when he rented it out, and he got hurt, and he's a diabetic, and so they amputated half of his leg, right below the knee, and so he can't make it up the stairs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there's stairs everywhere in the house, and so he just wants to get rid of it to pay for the house that he's living in now, because he went and bought him another house. He just wants it off of him, and that's at $160,000, and it's so nice. It's so nice inside. I love it. I love where it's at. It's 2 acres in the middle of town over here.
Wow. All right, I'm amazed.
Want it.
My daughter's dreaming over a $160,000 house. We need to all have an intervention.
No, I'm gonna put you up a GoFundMe page. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That way I can revitalize this boomtown house. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I gave a fella caver $100 last week.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
He's been having a really hard time, and he's doing surgeries, and he can't, he's not eating well, or something's causing him to lose a significant amount of weight, and they won't do his last surgeries because of his significant weight loss. So he has to get himself in some better health before he can get his surgeries, but he's hurting really bad because he needs to finish his surgeries. And they've put 18 pins in, and they've got 2 more to go. It's like a progressive surgery, just two, you know. And so we're just really hoping and praying that he gets well really fast. And I asked another friend, I let another caver friend know that he was needing help, and she also knew him, and so she sent him some money.
Yeah.
And if
he needs a GoFundMe page too.
He has one.
Okay.
I chose to send him money directly to his PayPal friends and family because I know him. I am his friend and family. I'm his caver family, and I wanted to pay the percentage that they would take from him from PayPal, and I didn't want GoFundMe to get a portion of my money. I wanted the money.
They get a portion?
They do. They get a portion.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, they pay all the credit card fees. You know, they take care of everything. They just give you your percentage, but they keep a percentage so that to pay for them to exist and to pay all the credit card bills, fees, and stuff
the
like
website
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but I just wanted to give him some money that would just go straight to him.
Yeah.
And so I sent it to him via his PayPal. So if anybody else would like to help him, I will put his GoFundMe in the link to this video. And he's a very sweet guy, and the person that he really cared a lot for, as soon as they discovered that he was pretty much down for the count and would need their assistance, walked out of the relationship.
That's sad.
That is sad. And he is not able to work, and it's rough stuff. And he needs to get those last 2 that last surgery.
Yeah.
And he needs to, and that hopefully that will make him well. And he can get back on his feet again.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll ever get to go caving again. But in time heals all things. You know, you just sometimes time and healing and not getting sedimentary, but staying as active as you can. You can come back from things. It's when you get sedimentary that after something like this that sometimes you can never bounce back.
Yeah. Well, they gave me the doom and gloom story when I hurt my back. They told me, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be in a wheelchair in a couple of years. Just don't worry about it."
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. They said you have to lose weight or you're gonna be in a wheelchair. And I'm like, well, I will lose weight, but I ain't doing no wheelchair. I ain't doing it.
Okay.
No.
So anyway,
So Bridget got active.
yeah. And Bridget works 3 days a week here. And we started having so many customers, it was getting a little hard for you to cope with some of the chores.
Yes.
And it was getting it all done in the course of a day with as many customers as we begin to have, which is wonderful.
Yes.
So we've added Andrea for helping behind the scenes, doing some cleaning, helping some on making soap, packaging soap, cutting soap,
I've
things
got
like
to
that.
discuss her the bar 11 packaging.
What happened?
She packages it standing up, and it's hard to ship it that way. It looks funky.
So
It's easier. I lay it down sideways, just like the bars like those. It's
okay.
easier to ship. You just stick it in there. But the bars standing up and the cards this way, then it ships funny.
Okay. All right. So we're training a new person to help us.
Yeah.
And she's new to the area. And she's been a customer for a while and a friend.
Yeah.
And so we've added her to the McNutt chain of events around here.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any other updates?
Not offhand. Henry's doing great with school.
Ooh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not having a bit of trouble.
Oh, that's wonderful. No stubborn mule stubborn fits.
Only one.
Only
one, and I don't know what caused it yet. She still wants to talk to me about that episode, since it's the only one he's had like in the last, gosh, it's been 2 weeks now. So she wants to discuss it. But other than that, he's been getting, all good days, getting stuff out of the treasure box, learning everything like he should, which is awesome.
The treasure box really helps. It
Yeah.
helps with behavior when they're learning how to behave in large groups.
Yeah.
That's something everybody needs to know how to do. Behave in large groups, right?
Yeah. Well, he had a lot of help with the pre-K, but his teacher she tapped out at Christmas. She broke her wrist. And so the main teacher tapped out at Christmas, and she didn't get to come back till like the last day of school. So all they had over the pre-K was the assistant teacher, and then teachers from downstairs. They didn't have the teacher, Miss Hayes.
Okay. Well, I'm glad he's doing good at school. We've had some amount of trouble with Wesker. Wesker's had a lot of getting along troubles.
Yes.
And when he's busy not getting along, he's not learning.
Nope.
So, but maybe this year, has he done good this year?
Last year
this
he did
year.
great. He did great last year.
This year,
we've not had any bad days, and I haven't had a call from the teacher yet. So I'm hoping everything's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kiki. If you set that over there, I could. Kitty. Are you gonna come over here and see us? Kitty. She won't let me get her. Look at her, she's running. She's got those ears back.
Come here, Petey. Yeah, come here. Come here. She's like, nope.
Nope, she ain't doing it. Hey, I got a little clip, y'all may have seen it, of her, of the cruise-in that we just had going on this year, this third Saturday, and I got a little clip of her playing.
Let's see if she's coming back now.
Are you
I
gonna
stopped
come
chasing
back
her.
now? Are you gonna come back now? I got you. Everybody says we hear her meowing, but we never get to see her.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
She don't like to be picked up too much.
She likes to be in charge. She comes up and lets you pet her at her discretion.
Yeah. Except for Steve. Like, as soon as Steve sits down, she's on top of him.
Steve loves animals, and animals love Steve. All right. Oh, now she's swishing that ass.
Yeah. She's got flip.
She picked me up.
I'll hear all about it when I come back to work.
We gave her
one.
Yeah, well, I'll be working tomorrow.
Yeah.
I gave her cat litter. We gave her catnip and cat treats after the worming.
I don't know if she's even touched it yet. The other day I killed a fly beside her. Like, she was here and the fly was over there. And I had laid the treats out. She was gone. She didn't come back all day. I killed the fly beside her. I was horrible with the vicious fly flap.
She probably thought she was after her with it.
No, she was over here with her treats. I put her far, far away from the fly. And then I went after the fly. As soon as she heard that, she was gone. Left the treats, didn't want nothing to do with it.
Oh.
She didn't even meow, come up to customers or nothing. She went and hid under the bathtub.
Yeah, she thought you were going to get after her with it.
No, I don't know.
That's what she did.
I put her as far away from the flies as I could.
Don't kill flies around a cat.
All right.
I had to. It was landing on me. It was driving me crazy.
All right, so you're going to the Gadsden Mall, so we better wrap this up.
Yep.
All right, so that's an update on the cold processed soap and things that we could think about to tell you.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Say, Miss Kitty. She's in charge of customer relations, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And pest people greeter, that's right. And pest control.
And then guard kitty.
And guard kitty, that's right.
Yeah. See, she's quite ferocious.
She's ferocious. Look at her. Look at her twitch that tail. Oh, she's gotten lazy.
Are you tired now? It's like, no, I don't want to do it.